like to hang out at Cheddar's, and we just went in the back of the restaurant and said a prayer and then happy birthday and let the balloons loose. When I got home that night, I couldn't stop crying. I woke up crying. I think about, did he eat? Is he cold? Is he suffering? And sometimes I say, I hope he somewhere looking at us saying, my mama go too far. My mama go hard for me. I just needed a break. But I don't think that's the case. I usually turn my phone off, and I have my favorite set to if my son or my siblings or my mama call, my phone will ring. I can't turn my phone off no more because I don't know what phone number Taylor gonna call me from. His phone was in the bushes.
Taylour Young, 25 years old, and a sad, mysterious story. Still missing. His vehicle still missing. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about him before we get into the story with what I could find on the internet. And so he's a New Orleans native. He came with his mother from Louisiana to Houston, Texas in 2005 during the Katrina hurricane. He's 5'11", 160 pounds, described as having 4 tattoos, though in most articles I saw it stated 2. I was actually able to find on TikTok where they have 4 tattoos listed for Taylour. He has a Tasmanian devil on his right leg, a fleur-de-lis with snake on the back right leg. He has a spider on his back right shoulder. He has the Eye of Ra on his right shoulder. I saw on Facebook as well that his mother posted all 4 tattoos. On Namus, it only has the 2 listed, which I think it would be nice if maybe some of the websites were able to update this, or some of the news articles so all the tattoos were posted. Young graduated from Sam Houston State University. He works in finance. His mother described him as a quiet child. He was nice, humble, active, friendly. He loved fishing and bike riding. One of his passions was skateboarding, as she said on her own Facebook and as well as some of the news articles. He was loved by his co-workers. His mother said that his colleagues would tell her stories, and one of the stories that they shared is that he would go down to Whole Foods and play bingo with the senior citizens. One of his HR directors said that he's one of the highest performing workers there and that he was even working towards a promotion.
This has to go down like, oh, getting this?
His mother said he's not a fighter, he's not argumentative, he's just somebody that loved people. And I included those video clips because as I looked through the Facebook, he just seems like a wholesome guy. He seems like he was pretty close with his mother, and I really felt for the mother when I started listening to some of the videos, especially the one on Yahoo News that was posted. I just felt really bad for her. So what happened to Taylour Young? With the limited information that we have, his mother last spoke to him December 8th, 2021. It was via text. Taylour has a dog named Gigi, and he sent a picture to his mother with like Christmas antlers, and that was the last time his mother heard from him. But the last time he was actually supposedly seen was December 9th, 2021, and the last person that we know of, I believe, that he spoke to was his girlfriend. So December 8th is a Wednesday, December 9th is a Thursday, and his mother on Thursday texted him around 7:30 and called to get no reply. His mother said initially she didn't think too much of it because sometimes he just calls back later. But then while she's waiting, she gets a knock on the door from Taylour's girlfriend, and she says that she last spoke to him that day, Thursday, December 9th, around noon. And since then, she's been trying to contact him. She has not been able to contact him. And so this is when the mother, Tiffany Robinson, she goes and looks up the Find My Phone app or whatever app it is that you can track down the phone. And she finds out that his phone is by a bank, Capital One. And so they decide to go together to investigate and see what is going on. They get there and his phone is in the bushes. Things just don't add up, and they never contact him or hear from him since the girlfriend last spoke to him and since the mother last spoke to him. He drives a 2019 silver Honda Civic with a black trunk. He was seen on surveillance footage that day, December 9th, earlier that day at the Capital One driving through the ATM.
He was on his lunch break running errands from what I gather.
Robinson says Taylor's car was last seen at this Capital One bank on South Voss Road around lunchtime. She says surveillance video from a nearby Kroger's found his 2019 silver Honda Civic going through the drive-through ATM.
And so the video, I believe, was taken from a Kroger that's in that same area, and they saw it from across. Apparently, the mother and police have been trying to get transaction records from Capital One, but they're not providing that.
I don't know if he had a credit card with Capital One or anything, but if we had that to see if he used his card somewhere else as he was leaving, we can then determine a direction to take. The police have submitted all the necessary documents. I just don't know how Capital One have all the paperwork, and knowing it's concerning a missing person, and he have accounts at the bank. Why would they treat their clients like that?
There's a few interesting things that I want to share with you with regards to the girlfriend that made a post on Facebook, another person that was claiming to be a friend that told some of the story as well. Those posts, I guess, take it with a grain of salt, but it is interesting enough to add to this. But before we do that, I wanted to show you the map and one of the things that the mother mentioned as well that bothered her. And so this is the Capital One by South Voss Road. Okay, and this is the Kroger. The officer mentions that he did see Taylor go through this drive-through. What the mother doesn't understand, because this situation, Taylour Young was working that day, okay? And this happened around lunchtime. He leaves, he was running errands, and the thing is, right by his job, his mother says, by these intersection here, this Capital One, West Steamer and West Steamer Road, Way In Road, that this Capital One is right by his job. So she was saying, why did he go all the way to this one over here? She doesn't understand why. It doesn't make sense. She wants to know the transaction history because maybe it can point fingers as to where or what or how or what was going on. On video that the detective saw, there's no mention of him being attacked, being, with another person or anything happening. And so the mother believes that this was possibly somebody that Taylour Young knew.
But the responding officer only saw his car go through the drive. So they say, well, he didn't put his phone there. That's what the responding officer said. They ruled out foul play because they didn't see nothing happen at the ATM. The area where his phone was found, the area is very busy and have cameras everywhere. So in my opinion, if it was a carjacking, if it was a robbery, if somebody got in a car with him, but I can't say none of that because nobody reported any suspicious behavior in that area. I now believe that this is somebody who probably know him, that did something to him.
I wanted to share this post from the mother, which has a descriptive detail of the car. And so she says, 2019 Honda Civic, Lunar Silver Metallic in color, Texas license plate MDC 9337, manual transmission, stick shift. The uniqueness about Taylor's car is that the trunk was changed to black. On the passenger side, front windshield, there is a crack. On the rear bumper passenger side, there is a dent. There are visible scratches in different areas of Taylor's car. The inside of the car will be full of dog hair in the back seat areas. The starter button is red and the knob of the stick shift was changed too. Tow truck drivers, vehicle storage lots, chop shops, have you seen Taylor's car? This is a recent post by the mother, which is pretty descriptive as well. And this is talking about the girlfriend. And so I'm going to start here where it says, I don't know this young lady, her friends, nor her family. According to her, she and Taylor met on Twitter and had been dating for 9 months. She moved into Taylor's apartment around November 26, 2021. Taylor disappeared on Thursday 9th, 2021, and she left his apartment Saturday, December 11th, because her friends advised her to. After Taylor disappeared and before she left his apartment, so in between, she asked for help to get into various of Taylor's accounts. She was not alone when she made these attempts. She readily shares confidential information about Taylor's investigation with anyone. Is this being purposely done? On Saturday, December 11th, she asked me about Taylor's investments. How do you go from seeing footage of Taylor at the ATM to his investments? Her and her friends kept mentioning Texas EquiSearch, but when I asked them for a location to look, they get silent. My thoughts changed from random act of to someone who knows Taylor harmed him. Taylor's friends have told me about her physical behavior towards Taylour and his dog Gigi, and memes about her tracking his location. She lied at first, but later admitted to some of her aggressions. She readily tracks Taylour's locations. She knew where Taylour's cellular phone was at the entire time. So why did she need me to help her find Taylour's iPhone when she already knew where it was all along? So this is what the mother's saying. These are allegations, just FYI. Does this mean that she would harm or get someone to harm Taylour if she didn't get her way in their relationship? She told police that they were not having problems, and I learned that he was going to break up with her. She and her friends have deleted their social media accounts or set them private. Fake pages are created to write negative comments and or use to follow Taylour's story. Less than 7 days of Taylour's disappearance, her sister makes a false complaint against HPD. Officer/detective and her mother took to YouTube on a crime show to speak about and create a negative narrative of Taylour. Next, another one of the girlfriend's family members created her own narrative concerning that. Are these storylines being created to distract or deflect from what really happened to Taylour? Are they intentionally impending and sabotaging Taylour's investigation? Some of the other things that's going on with this and some of the more recent posts, which is getting kind of getting crazy because, you know, the mother's calling out the girlfriend and the girlfriend's mother and the friends, which apparently were a part of this search. And I'll just share this one here. It says Amber is Taylour's girlfriend at the time of the disappearance. These are her friends. They are the original search team the night Taylour disappeared. However, I believe they're all involved or have some knowledge as to what happened to Taylour. I don't believe they acted alone. Suddenly, they have gone silent since the truth about Taylour's disappearance is starting to unfold. I'm not going to show their pictures or full names or anything like that, but it's on her Facebook. Another post that I wanted to show you guys, and I say take some of this with a grain of salt. I'm only sourcing. People.com was a great source. Thank you so much. You guys did a great job. Yahoo News with the video, and there was a couple other links that as well as the mother. The mother has been going hard. Her Facebook has a lot of information, and so this is one of the posts that she shared. And in sharing this, she said that the person did deactivate their Facebook. So grain of salt, but some of this beginning stuff seems probable. And supposedly, allegedly, the girlfriend provided this information to this person. So let me just read it. All right, y'all, I'm going to do my best to let you know everything we do. All the help we can get is absolutely necessary. At around 11:30 a.m. on Thursday morning, my friend took an early lunch break to put air in his tires and stop at the bank. We know this because he was texting his girlfriend all this info. He was working remotely from home on this day. So this is a different piece of information. He wasn't at work, but working from home. But maybe that location by the Capital One is still closer to his house. Not sure. At around 11:40 a.m., he texts his girlfriend saying he's putting air in his tire. Next exchange of text between them, she's the last person he spoke to, is around 12:05 noon, talking about Christmas decorations. Then he goes dark all day. The rest of the day, she was worried. She messaged me about 6 p.m. letting me know he had been missing for a few hours. By 10 p.m. Thursday night, they tracked his phone's last location and ended up finding it next to the bushes that lined the driveway of the ATM at the Capital One on Voss. His phone was found on the ground near the ATM. We couldn't view the footage captured by the camera at the Capital One without a subpoena, which takes 5 days. So we got footage from the gas station next to the bank in the same parking lot. The footage shows him pulling up to the ATM at 12:10. The angle of this camera doesn't provide much clarity as it appears no one approached the vehicle. Nobody left the vehicle. It appears nobody even rolled down a window or opened a door even slightly to interact with the ATM, much less throw a phone out the window or something. He sits at the ATM in his car for a couple of minutes, then drives off. Then he's gone. No idea which direction, no idea if someone was in the car with him. No clear signs pointing towards him intentionally going AWOL or if it was foul play involved. We feel as though being able to get his phone, nobody knows his password, or his bank accounts, emails, phone bill statement, work laptop, or anything of the like might provide us with very important info in regards to finding his whereabouts. He just got a recent promotion at his job. His birthday is in 2 weeks. He seemed happy. He and his girlfriend were perfectly fine as far as she said. So him running away seems unlikely, at least currently. If I have anybody on here who has the capability to hack into people's phones, accounts, or whatever, or even just knows how to unlock an iPhone without using the password, please reach out to me if you guys have any information. And so that was kind of interesting. I think it's very plausible, some of the details on there, as far as the beginning parts of it. It gives a little bit of a timeline. Comment down below, like, share the video, please. Let me know your thoughts on this story. And if you've heard of this story before, did you know all these details that I put in this video? Somebody out there has to know something. I mean, between his vehicle still missing, Taylour obviously still missing, somebody's got to know something. There's got to be some sort of surveillance, more video out there. There's a bunch of cameras in that area. Where else did his vehicle go? And what happened to his vehicle? Is it submerged? Did it get to a chop shop? Is somebody holding it? Is hiding it somewhere? Let me know some of the questions that you have or some of the things that you're wondering about this whole situation. With that, take care. Thank you guys so much for the support. Peace.
I don't know, like, what to think. I just want to always believe that he coming home.
I just want his story to be known, to be out there. Texas is very huge. And so it's just me. And I can't do it by myself.